All right. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Title is clear. Back at it again with another 200 pips. Here's the trading question on the 15 minute, and let's get right into it. So we have this little trend line here. This little, actually not a little trend line. This is a pretty strong trend line. This is the daily chart. Price has just been bouncing off of here pretty nicely since around April. So for a couple of months now. So for NFP last week, I was in buys. So this is the trade we're talking about. Yesterday's trade, but this was last week's trade, right? And the key point here is that she came down to that same weekly trend line, right? That's been getting touched a couple of times now, right? Yanked back down, went to snatch some more liquidity down there, find some support, whatever the case, and then proceeded to go up. Now this week, I saw the new weekly open when I'm like, okay, well, if you know your price action, a big, huge green candle like that, it's not just going to keep going straight up. She's going to come to retest somewhere she broke out from first, and obviously it would be that trend line that we just talked about. So the idea is I'm looking for sells off the rip. We're looking for sells. We're looking for price to pull back to the trend line that she broke above from and used as support for NFP last week. I got some pics that I took on my Insta story showing that I was in profit like a band. Like the profit was like I was up 1%. The trade was like over here. Took a little picture thinking it was gonna go, and then boom, right? So the point is that this trend line is an area of interest. If we're looking for sells, we should look to TP down there, and that's exactly what we did. I mean, it's just pretty straightforward. Now, the hard part now was timing it right. And so how do we find the entry? Well, we went to the 15 minute once again. Yeah, I know I love the rejection of the 50 EMA, right? The blue line is the 200, purple is the 50. I love 50 EMA rejections. I've been trading like that since COVID, but now I have the stochastic to help us find some better entries. I entered a little early right around here, but look at how the stochastic is looking at around the same level. This is what we're looking for. Overbought, and we're looking for sells. And we already had a break of structure. That's 3 confirmations. This would have been the really perfect entry, but again, the 50-point stop loss came in clutch. If we did a 30-point stop, one of my traditional little 30-point stops, I'll pull up a little example. Let's see. Did a 30-point stop. We entered like around right up here, right? 30. I keep saying 30 points. 30 pip stop. Again, even if you got in late and said, I'm gonna wait for the rejection, 30 pips would have held up strong. Still would have came all the way down to that trend line. But we got in a little early. 50 pips showed up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We're targeting last week's support that NFP bounced off of. We got our break of structure on a higher time frame off the hourly. I mean, it's not really a higher time frame, but to me that's high enough for the shift in structure or the change in direction that I'm looking for. And then yeah, you got all types of pullbacks here. You got one candle there, one green candle there. This whole little like right shoulder. This is the real right shoulder, but this is another one. And again, like that, the sniper entry on the 15 minute going along with the bias, with the higher time frame bias is all you need. So 50-point stop loss, targeted the low, targeted that little trend line, and that's the trade. It's about a 4R, 50 pip stop for a 200 pip TP, and that's all there is to it. And again, like the whole idea here is higher time frames. If you're trading gold, you're not going to find 200 pips on the 5 minute. I mean, it's a clear head and shoulders pattern, but you can't just enter off of this. So you gotta wait for closures below the low, and again, all of this comes together and you got your trade. So 50 EMA, stochastic, wait for your break of structure and enter when price is overbought and oversold on the 15 minute with your higher time frame bias. That's all there is to it. Till next time.